Am I the asshole for taking drastic measures to protect my credit score after discovering a family member had been using it? So I, 26F, and here's what happened. I recently received a call from a collection agency informing me that I owed $2,000 in unpaid bills. At first, I thought it was a mistake. I know I paid some of those bills on time, but I hadn't received any letters or notices about the others. That was until I dug into my credit report and found out that multiple accounts had been opened in my name with balances ranging from $500 to $1,000. The kicker was when I saw a statement from Delilah. It was me, but not really. I couldn't believe what I was seeing. My Aunt Georgia had been using my identity for months, racking up debt and damaging my credit score. When I confronted her about it, she claimed she was in financial trouble and needed the money to cover some unexpected expenses. But when I pressed her for details, she got defensive and told me I was being paranoid and that it was just a little white lie. A little white lie? My credit score was ruined, and I was stuck with thousands of dollars in debt because of her actions. Georgia's husband, Hudson, also got involved in the conversation. He claimed he knew nothing about his wife's actions, but when I asked him why Georgia had opened all those accounts in my name, he just shrugged it off and said it was a mistake. A mistake? The collection agency wasn't buying it, and neither am I. I took matters into my own hands and contacted the credit card companies to close out the accounts. It's been a few weeks now, and my credit score has started to recover. Georgia is still using my identity, but at least I know about it. I'm not sure what I'd do if she was caught. Would that be taking matters into her own hands? On the other hand, I don't want to sit back and let her continue to ruin my credit. Am I the asshole for trying to take control of this situation, or was Georgia's actions reckless and irresponsible?
Am I the asshole for assuming my husband invited his friends over without checking with me before booking them for 2 weeks? So I, 31F, and here's what happened. My husband, Alex, came home from work one evening and said he had an idea to make some extra money by hosting a house sit group on Airbnb. He started typing away on the computer while I was making dinner, and before I knew it, he had sent out invitations to his friends Sloan, Callum, and Delilah, all of whom were going through a rough time financially. The total number of guests ended up being 6 people, including 2 young children and their parents. When I asked him why he hadn't checked with me first or considered my feelings about hosting such a large group, he just shrugged it off and said I didn't think he'd be comfortable with all the extra noise and chaos. He also claimed that Sloan was being super generous by offering to take care of some of his responsibilities for 2 weeks. I couldn't believe how cavalier Alex was about this whole situation. When I confronted him about how he had booked them without my input, he said it's not a big deal, it'll just be like one big happy family. When I pointed out that we live in a small apartment and hosting 6 people for 2 weeks would put an enormous strain on our space and resources, Alex just laughed and told me to relax. To make matters worse, Sloan texted me later that day saying she had packed up her car with all of her belongings and was coming over tomorrow morning at 9 a.m. I'm still fuming about the whole situation. Am I the asshole for being upset?
Am I the asshole for telling my parents that I won't be coming home for the holidays anymore? So I, 35M, and here's what happened. This year, we were supposed to have a big family gathering at our parents' house on Christmas Day. My sister Reese had just landed her first job and was really excited to show off her new apartment, which is actually a pretty cool studio in the city. Mom and Dad had also been bugging me to come home for a while now, saying that I've been gone for too long and it's time for me to put down roots again. I know my parents are just trying to be supportive, but the thing is, I've actually been feeling really burnt out on the whole family dynamic lately. My brother Wade has been going through a tough breakup and I don't want to be there when he gets depressed about his ex. And as for Sasha, my little sister, she's still got that annoying habit of always asking me for money whenever she wants something. This year, I told Mom and Dad that I couldn't make it home for the holidays. I said it wasn't because I didn't want to see them or Reese, but because I've been feeling really overwhelmed with work and I need some time to recharge on my own. My parents got a bit upset when they found out, with Dad saying, "What's gotten into you, son? You're not even 30 yet," and Mom just shaking her head and saying, "We'll miss you so much." Reese was actually pretty cool about it, though. She said, "I get it, dude. I'm good too. But my parents are still not happy with me. Am I the asshole for taking a pass on the holidays this year?
Am I the asshole for rehoming my pet rabbit, Snowflake, because it wasn't adjusting well to its new home? So I'm 33 and I've been living in a small apartment with Snowflake since she was a baby. She's a pretty high-maintenance pet, requiring regular cage cleaning and lots of attention. I've had her for years, and while we've had our ups and downs, I thought we were happy together. Last week, things started to go downhill. My boyfriend, Callum, moved in with me, and Snowflake didn't take kindly to the new addition. She would get anxious and aggressive whenever he was around, and I just couldn't take it anymore. I decided it was time for a change of scenery for both of us. I put an ad on Craigslist, rehomed Snowflake to a friend's house down the street for $200. Fiona, my friend who's taking in Snowflake, seemed really enthusiastic at first. She even offered me some great advice on how to care for rabbits, which was kind of nice. But as soon as Callum found out about the rehoming, his tone changed completely. He started accusing me of abandoning Snowflake and saying that I was a terrible owner because I couldn't handle the stress of having a pet. Meanwhile, Priya, our mutual friend who's been trying to keep the peace between us, kept telling Callum that I did what I thought was best for Snowflake. She said that rehoming her wasn't cruel and that it was better than subjecting both me and Snowflake to anxiety. But Callum just wouldn't listen. Now, everyone's treating me like a monster. My mom is calling me every day, asking why I'm so mean to Snowflake. Fiona is being distant, saying that I should have at least kept her as my own pet. Priya's trying to mediate, but it's hard when Callum is still spouting off about how I'm a bad person. Am I the asshole?